right now. Go down to the comments and let me know which structure in Minecraft is your favorite. This will help me know which types of seeds to feature in my next video. Oh, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so you know when I upload next. Today I have 20 village seeds for Minecraft 1.19 on Java Edition. We'll see seeds like this crazy terrain seed and like this mansion village seed. Please keep in mind that terrain will be the same, but villages and structures are in different places on Bedrock Edition. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start off with this Plains Village seed. Despite the fairly crazy terrain, I think this could be a fantastic place to build. Terraforming around the village and building down here could just be a nice place to build. Plus, we get some nice terrain around the plains spawn for some scenery. This village does have a blacksmith in it, and this is the loot I was able to find inside. But it gets even better with this blacksmith hidden within the cliffs. I mean, how incredible is this? Here's the loot I found inside. Right underneath the village, we can find this zombie spawner. Definitely nice to have so close to spawn. Plus, it has 2 chests with loot. And then even further underground, we get an ancient city. So those looking for an ancient city near spawn don't have to travel at all. Definitely awesome. So yeah, a pretty cool seed to start this video off. Now let's check out this seed with a Taiga village at spawn. The village generates on top of a Taiga hill. Villages that generate on hills tend to have some weird looking paths and such. I think Taiga villages are probably my favorite looking village variant. If we head over here, we can find a dripstone cave opening. Not only the cave, but a mine shaft too. I mean, this place looks incredible. Kinda crazy that this is vanilla Minecraft. This is a pretty cool seed. This seed has some beautiful mountains and a zombie village at spawn. I mean, just look at how beautiful these mountains look. Such an incredible sight to see at spawn. The village looks really awesome on the edge of the mountains. Also, remember that zombie villages are fairly rare in Java Edition, so having this at spawn is pretty great. Right over here to the north, you can find another village. This one is a normal plains village. The terrain around here is pretty cool. And then right over here you can find a ruined portal. The way this generates on the edge of the crater just looks awesome. Here's the loot in the chest I found. A zombie village at spawn is definitely pretty amazing. In this seed we have a plains village. For those looking for a basic village seed, this is definitely a choice. Just a standard little plains village. A nice easy plains biome to build too. In this cool little terrain spot here, there's a blacksmith in this village, which of course comes with some loot inside of it. In this one, we have a double village, meaning 2 villages super close to each other. I mean, just look at the map to see how close they are. Let's start with the one to the east. I like how this portion generates in the ocean, and this part looks pretty cool too. And then we have the western village. These 3 buildings in a row all being the same is pretty interesting. And of course, I love the backdrop of the frozen ocean. Pretty cool seed. I think this seed is really cool. A small plains biome generates surrounded by mangrove swamp. That causes some of this village to stretch into the new 1.19 biome. So seeing this building surrounded by the swamp looks pretty awesome. But even those within the plains and having the mangrove swamp as a backdrop look awesome too. And this village comes with a blacksmith, which has some loot inside. We can also find a ruined portal over here in the plains biome, so that just adds something extra to this spawn area. Here's the loot I found in the chest. This is a pretty cool mangrove swamp village seed. Minecraft doesn't have jungle village variants, so the best we can do is have villages from other biomes stretching into a jungle. And that's exactly what we see here. A nice amount of this plains village generates inside of the jungle biome. It's a cool sight to see. This is another village that comes with a blacksmith too. Here's the loot I found. I love discovering jungle village seeds. We already saw a double village seed, so let's extend that to a triple village seed. A quick look at the map shows the spawn surrounded by the 3 villages. The first village is this Savanna village. Definitely a cool place for this village to generate. I love how this spot looks. I couldn't go into this seed without talking about how cool this location looks too. I mean, just spectacular looking cliffs. The second village is on the other side of the spawn mountain. Another awesome place for a village to generate. There's even a blacksmith that generates within some water. Here's the loot I found inside. And the third village is over here. This one generates hillside and in some water. So all three villages generate in a pretty cool way. I think this is a pretty cool seed. This seed is one for those that are just looking for a Savanna village. I have to make sure to put all of the village types into the video, and every seed can't be overly crazy. Some of the generation in this village is pretty cool though, like this farm going into this cave here. So yeah, that's a Savanna village seed. Now let's check out a snow village. So this checks off another village variant for this video. Not only is this a snowy style village, but it actually generates alongside an ice spikes biome. Definitely adds a cool atmosphere to this village. This little snow and ice building even fits right in. A pretty unique seed. Getting into the final 10 seeds, we have a jungle temple village. We already saw a jungle village, but adding in a jungle temple to this one makes this one more unique. Only a small bit of this village generates inside of the jungle, the rest generates within a meadow and a birch forest. You can see the jungle temple is right on the edge of the village. I mean, I just love finding seeds where things like this happen. Inside of the temple, we can find a chest with loot behind this lever wall. And then there's another loot chest at the back of the temple. This is a cool seed for sure. In this next seed, we have a desert village. That completes all of the village types for this video, so that's pretty cool. The first building I saw when I spawned in was a blacksmith, so the first thing to do is grab the loot inside. So, I mean, there's a small desert village for those interested. Next up, we have a nice Waterside village. Well, actually, some of the village generates in some water. But yeah, a nice plains village with a view of the water. Inside of the village, we've got a blacksmith with this loot. And we've got a nice plains for some building at spawn. This seed is absolutely wild. It's an island village, but the village is a zombie village, and the terrain on the island is just absolutely crazy. I mean, this is spectacular. There's nothing else I can really say about it, just so cool. Alright, let's check out another snow village seed. This one generates right near a frozen ocean. There's also some ice spikes nearby. This village generates on the edge of a hill. As we've seen throughout the video, when that happens we get some interesting paths and such. What makes this one so cool is this little building here. It's actually an igloo, it fits right in. It's even got a little zombie villager dungeon at the bottom of the ladder underneath. Directly underneath the village is a skeleton spawner. Having a spawner at spawn is also super useful. This one has 2 chests. If you want to see an igloo in a village, check out this seed. Getting into the final 5 seeds here, we have another desert village seed. This village generates in a pretty cool way, on the edge of this hilly area. It's also near an ocean, and there's a windswept savanna and mangrove swamp right across the way. This is definitely a pretty cool looking village, I think. But it gets even better when you finally notice that there's a desert temple in the village too. You can see it generate here, but also under here. That's pretty awesome. Here's the loot I found in the 4 chests at the bottom. And finally, there's also this ruined portal right next to the village too. This just adds one more structure in the spawn area, and it comes with some more loot too. This is one of my favorite seeds in this video. We just saw a ruined portal near a village, so let's see a ruined portal inside of a village. The ruined portal is pretty much in the middle of the village. I mean, it's actually right next to the village center tree thing. Sort of looks like the village was built around it. Here's the loot that comes with the portal, including a god apple. I love how this village farm generates conflicting with the portal. It causes the villager to have to work near the portal. And one last note about the village is that I like how some of it generates within the water. And during the final 3 seeds, we have a village around some wild terrain. That's because said terrain is actually windswept terrain. But first, we actually spawned into this world on a separate island. This island in itself looks really cool. The village is a short travel northeast. Between the terrain, the coral reef, and the village generating in the water, this village just looks incredible. I mean, there's not much else to say about it other than how awesome it looks. Without a doubt, it's some unique Minecraft world generation. We've already seen seeds with 2 villages and 3 villages, so I think now we should see one with 4 villages. Here's a look at the map showing spawn surrounded by 4 villages. Let's jump right to the first village over towards the northeast. A pretty typical Savanna village along a river. I like how we get a couple of different farm types. Then we've got this village to the northwest of spawn. The terrain near this one is pretty cool. We've even got some village farm going into this ravine here. Now let's head to the southwestern village. Most of this village stretches along one path. Then we've got one villager who just decided to live away from everyone over here. And finally, we have the village to the southeast. This is my favorite village of the 4. It looks really cool, generated on the side of the hill. So yeah, a seed with 4 villages around spawn. Finally, to finish off this video, we have one of my typical mansion village seeds. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I love to feature these. I just think villages next to mansions are fun to find, especially at spawn. The village in this one is a Taiga village. You can find this partly floating building, this farm in a cave, and this building against the side of the mansion. Inside of the mansion, we can find some village farms and paths. We can find the other half of the building that was against the side of the mansion, and then we can find a full village building right here. On the second floor of the mansion, I found this arena room with some loot at the top. And then at the top floor, I found a giant chicken, a giant cat, and 2 arena rooms, both with loot. So yeah, if you're looking for a seed that just has something awesome to see at spawn, I definitely recommend checking out this mansion village seed. Well, there you have 20 village seeds that are working for Minecraft 1.19 Java Edition. Be sure to check out my blog for all of the coordinates and information about the seeds in this video. If you want to help me out, leave a like on this video. For more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.